And not give them easy shots in the paint.
As the tip is up, we are underway. The Mavericks control the opening possession. It is a blackout for the Lady Mavs. See it on the scorebook, see it with the jerseys. And when you're taking on a team like Arizona, I know you don't want to fall behind early. How important is it to get off to a good start?
We call it the cannon effect, right? Like, and Arizona's got to be prepared for that for UTA, because you're going to come out super focused, super excited to play, you know, and it can go one of two ways. You can kind of be overexcited and turn the ball over, or you can get off to a really hot start.
Well, they already forced one turnover here. The keys to the game for the Lady Mavs.
First and foremost, they've got to slow down Pellington. Like we talked about in the open, she's so fast and so dynamic, creating in transition. They've got to find a way to slow her. They've got to battle on the glass. A lot like Arizona, it's got to be a team rebounding effort. Good start there. And then they've got to contain Louville, because she's such a dynamic scorer for this Arizona team.
Jade Louville from Scottsdale, coming off a 16-point performance. Among the starting five for Adia Barnes' Arizona team that's 9-1 coming into today. Cate Reese tries a three, and she knocks it in. This is an Arizona team that shoots the three ball really well. They don't take a ton, but they make them at a high rate.
They do. They're making about 7 a game. Cate Reese can stretch the floor for them. The dangerous thing about Arizona is they have 4 players right now averaging in double digits, so they have multiple players that are capable of scoring.
Well, there's Taleya Jones. We talked about her in the open. Fields attacks on Jacobs, misses off the window, gets her own rebound. Louville, the lefty, hits from the baseline.
That's where Louville is so talented. She's got a good mid-range game. She can shoot the three. They've got to run her off the arc, but got to stay solid in front of her.
Here she is guarding Godot. Jacobs, who scored the first points for the Lady Mavs with the ball here. Nice spin, good finish, and a good start early on for Starr Jacobs.
Well, and you see good job by UTA taking care of the basketball handling, because Arizona's jumping out and trapping every ball screen, so they've been able to slip out of it and get the ball inside.
Pellington misses that. Jacobs. Jones guarded by Pellington. The freshman with the ball, the 5th year, the assignment. And Godot's pass stolen by Reese. The Wildcats in transition. Pellington with that speed bursts out in front of everyone. First coach in Arizona history, 4 straight 20-win seasons. Someone you know pretty well.
Yeah, Adia's done a great job with this program back at her alma mater, and her staff are going to have this team very, very prepared. This is great preparation for them for conference play.
Benjamin misses from the corner, and Nnaji the rebound. And here you go, Arizona wanting to get out in transition. Louville, Pellington back to Louville, but a great hustle by Jacobs with the block in transition.
That's why you continue to run after the ball. Sometimes people will miss easy layups or easy passes and can chase in and get the rebound, but that's where Arizona can be so dangerous.
Inbound, Nnaji. Power dribble draws the foul. We'll get a break after this. I'd be curious if she's going to stick around in Arizona. The Hopkins alum, a pretty strong athletic. This is an Arizona team. They have forced at least 17 turnovers in all 10 of their games this year. They commit the turnover here as Nnaji throws it right to Jacobs. Jacobs drops it off. Nice pass. She finds Shia Smith, who lays it in.
That is a great decision there, and you can see some growth in Starr, because earlier in the year she would have just barreled through people and tried to finish that. She shared the ball with her teammate, got a great assist.
I don't understand why they still do it. You play 4 quarters at every other level.
Discussion before, I don't understand it. Literally international FIBA everywhere plays 4 quarters.
Hey, you know what? I'm not going to argue that. I think you're right on that. Is Lauren Fields with the free throw. Shaina Pellington back in there. And Arizona applying some full court pressure. The steal comes from it, but Esmery Martinez unable to miss the layup. Back comes Kayla White off the glass. No, but the foul.
Prepare them so well for the whack, but so they've got to have confidence against these big teams. Glass to give themselves second opportunities when they've missed. So they have to feel good and feel confident playing against bigger programs.
White out of DeSoto, former SMU Mustang, missing the free throw. She's a 78% free throw shooter this year, so uncharacteristic from her. Missed opportunity. Here's Reese from the elbow, and Jacobs swallows up the rebound. Benjamin pulls up inside the perimeter, in and out, and Helena Puello, the captain, off the bench for this Arizona team with the rebound. You know, I always like to look at the whole transitive property game, but you can never actually play it. This Arizona team, Coach, they lost to Kansas by almost 30 as Reese, second, third effort, no, gets it back. It's on the deck now. Who's coming up with it? And we've got a jump ball.
It's fun to look at. Bottom line is all three teams are extremely talented. You know, I don't care what league you play in, where you are, both have such good players, and on any given night, anybody can win, right?
Arizona's coming off what I imagine was a pretty emotional win over Baylor at the American Airlines Center, home of the Mavericks. And now they take on an unranked team. Last game, they're all getting ready for the holidays. You know, maybe you can catch them a little off focus. And we mentioned Cal Baptist for UT Arlington, their first game returning to the WAC. And she makes the second. Tough for a coach. You want to get someone like Jaira in there, but you got to play it smart, play it safe.
Absolutely. I was so glad to see her back in the game, just getting her legs back under her a little bit.
As Pellington working around. Here's LaVille, spins it with a bounce down low, back out to Pellington, left all alone from the corner. It's a long 2, foot on the line. Shaina Pellington gives Arizona a 9-point lead.
I tell you what, though, that was good defense by UT Arlington, and that is not Pellington's game. She's just not a big outside shooter. She wants to get to the rim. So if you're going to get beat, you're going to give up shots like that.
There, Pellington is forcing the jump ball.
It's definitely still a part of her game. If she wants to continue to play after college, that's going to have to grow.
The former Wichita State player, one of a number of transfers on this UTA team.
Line tonight. Those are kind of things, too, that are going to come back and get you in the end. Like, you've got to step up and make your free throws.
Gilbert lines up a 3. Nnaji takes the rebound away from Gibson. Her older brother Zeke played at U of A years ago. Oh, the Mavs have not scored in nearly...
You're seeing a little bit of why that occurs. They're aggressive, they're long, they're athletic, they full court press. So that's where UTA has got to be able to handle their pressure, handle their press, and make good decisions.
And here they are holding for the final shot of the quarter. Pellington calls for the screen from Nnaji. Ball handles her way to the block. Look at that move. Shaina Pellington with the bucket, where you're maybe looking at Starr Jacobs to help get you out of this funk.
Oh, absolutely. She's your go-to player, right? You want the ball in her hands as much as possible. So you expect your seniors to step up like that.
Fields. 3-ball, good. Right in front of the UTA. Fields hit a 3 a second ago, misses that jumper, and Smith comes in for the rebound. But you talked about in the first quarter, not just turnovers, but steals for this Arizona team as Jacobs takes it.
Will help them a little bit while they're in this scoring drought.
And she misses short. As Jacobs misses the second, so UT Arlington 0 for 6 from the line. Pellington, guarded by Benjamin. Screen there from Reese. Hesitation. Misses. Reese blocked out of bounds by Deja Benjamin.
Slow her down. Her ability to get down lane lines is just special.
Off the inbound, the jumper rolls in. There's the bucket for Paris Clark, the freshman from the Bronx. Her first points today. Washington goes right at Pellington, the drive, but misses with the layup. Now Pellington, the 2-on-1 to Hilton. Reese, the offensive rebound. Fields, second 3 of the game, Lauren Fields. And it's now 29-8. Arizona, it's easy to say, just make your free throws, but UT Arlington 0 for 6 from the free throw line.
Right, and those are free points that can help get you going again.
Her first trip there today. And she breaks the curse. First free.
Well, and she shoots almost 89% from the foul line, so you can count on her to step.
And those are the first points of the quarter for UT Arlington. They get a turnover in the backcourt. Jacobs steps through 2 defenders, and she's able to finish with.
And that's where they need to, can they create some turnovers, create some easy opportunities to get back in this game?
Paris Clark finds Jacobs. Gives it up. Gibson fouled by Martinez. 6'3" transfer from San Diego State to the line, and she hits her first hit.
You've seen moments of how she can really impact this team throughout this non-conference, and so
more press there for UT Arlington. And the Wildcats get it across now. 18 seconds to operate in the shot clock. Gilbert spins, has it tipped away by Jacobs. Fields has already hit 2 from deep, working against Jones. Crosses her over. Layup, no, but the foul. And you don't want to, I don't know, but good job, good for Lauren Fields.
Exactly. Kill him with kindness.
Yeah. Good effort by Lauren Fields as she misses the second of her 2 free throws. Here's Kayla White. Right off the bench, and she rips the net.
Is going to have their moments where they're going to go on runs, and UTA needs to keep this run going as long as they can to try to get back in this. But it starts with not giving up second chance opportunity.
That's LaVille off the screen and misses. Another offensive rebound, and Martinez turned her into the game for the first time, the sophomore from Cassidy in Oklahoma City. Hilton. Oh, nice finish. That's tough with Turner guard. Amaya Hilton with her second bucket of the game. She's got 4 points, and Arizona's lead back up to 21.
We're getting a glimpse at some of the outstanding freshmen from Adia Barnes. They signed an incredible recruiting class, and they're getting some good, valuable minutes right now.
And Hilton.
I'm sure Pellington had a little bit of a hand in her recruitment.
You develop pipelines, right? And
right.
There's not a coincidence. Clark splits the defense. White. Turner. And she gets the bounce. There's Godot. Guarded by Connor. Washington over to White. There's the screen set by Turner. She pops free, but has to reset. 8 on the shot clock. Washington. Got to do something, too. Spins. She gets it off just in time. It gets the layup to drop.
That's not what Arizona wants to do.
And there's a turnover as White tips it to herself. Right at LaVille. And she draws the foul.
Like her energy, honestly. She comes in, she's been coming off the bench for them, provides a spark, can defend. She's been making smart decisions with the basketball for a young player, and she's going to continue to grow in that area.
Lead pass. White bounces out. Turner fighting for it, but Connor's able to come up with it.
Well, we talked about this game being a track meet, and you're seeing a little bit of it right now.
And that leg of the 400, Cate Reese, fun. And there's Puello with the deflection and the steal. 4-on-1. Connor, too many options. She goes to Reese, who is able to hit over the small. And the lead back up to 19 for Arizona. Jones hits the 3. Taleya Jones had a good look. See if UT Arlington can finish strong heading into the break. It's going to have to start with a stop, though.
A stop and a score would give them some good momentum going into the break.
No, but they don't get the stop.
Nice. She's always been such a talented finisher around the rim, and I was so proud that she came back for her 5th year in her COVID year to play again and play with her teammates. She's just such a good leader for this program.
Puello guarding Jones. Jones goes by her, finishes, and the foul. Chance to get into double figures. She had 30 last game. Arizona's led by as many as 21.
A little bit of zone here for this last possession.
Reese. Fields, Connor, straight away. Knocks down the 3.
That's what I would tell her, is to put a body on Esmery Martinez.
She averages a tick under 10 rebounds per game.
Just way too many turnovers by both teams to start this half.
11 turnovers committed by Arizona, 12 by the Lady Mavs. 20-point lead for the Wildcats. Martinez fades and hits off the glass against Jacobs.
Nice finish off the glass. I love post players who can use the glass.
Esmery Martinez quietly having a really, really strong game. Martinez on the Katrina McLean watch list for the best power forward in the country. And earlier this game, she got to 1,000 career points. So nice accomplishment there for Martinez. Smith, the three. Shaina Smith.
Shaina Smith has just done that all season for the Mavericks. She has just quietly come in and been so steady and so effective. She defends, she knocks down shots, she finishes. I really like what Shaina Smith does.
Corner. Lavelle, not a lot of rotation on that shot. Lavelle contested two. Reese makes up for the miss with a rebound. No, Martinez a rebound. According to some publications you mentioned earlier, Coach started at West Virginia, made the move to Arizona.
Because we haven't even talked about it, but one of their best post players is sitting on the bench with a knee injury right now, Taylor Ware, and that she's been.
There's Gibson, and Washington will try and settle things. 15 shot clock.
Little horn set. Now they've got the switch with Connor inside on Turner.
Whomever they were able to pin her down against. But Gibson draws the foul and hits the... And Gibson hits them both. So Kamara Gibson.
Continue to do what they do and be sharp.
Martinez misses the corner three, but a good find there by Pellington.
And again, you're seeing how we talked about a little bit in the break. She's just a stat sheet stuffer. You know, she can score for them, but she can rebound. She can assist.
Now Pellington. Well, a nice move by Fields. Got White off balance and draws the foul.
She is, because of her quickness. I mean, she's just so fast, and if they give her a little ball screen where she can get even a shoulder, many of her points come from transition. They create turnovers, and she gets out and pushes and gets to the rim. Or
Connor down the shoot. Contact, no call.
I appreciate that. That was the same play as Starr Jacobs earlier. It was a wild shot. Like, don't bail them out with that foul. I appreciate that no call. Shot that up. Like, I don't want to bail people out for just taking bad shots in that moment. Now, you know, if they had come down and slapped on her, then
UT Arlington can get physical with you, and this is obviously a... we talked about a game of runs. Just kind of waiting for them to maybe make a run.
Right. If they could make a little spurt here, 8-0 run, 10-0 run, a little run to get it back. Now all the pressure's on Arizona, as UTA gets some momentum. They switched to a little bit of zone here.
Oh, Nnaji, nice finish.
Maybe take away some of their dribble penetration. They were able to get into a gap there and just dump it down to the post. But sometimes just a momentum changing to give the offense a different look can be really effective.
Gilbert waiting for her princess, or her prince. Puello. Wasn't Rapunzel was locked up waiting for Prince Charming to come and get her?
I need their Prince Charming to come and rebound for him right now. That was another second chance opportunity. Arizona's giving them leaving the door open for them.
It's in the fifth year, but I don't want to say she's not going to miss him.
Right.
That cupboard is fully stocked.
Yeah. So there's not a whole lot in between there on her roster, but her freshmen are super talented, and they're getting good minutes with these veterans. Men's basketball, football, all the sports, everybody's roster is so different now from year to year, and that's where I give credit to players like Cate.
Not just in terms of taking care of the ball, but the two teams shooting it.
Right.
Dreadful.
Neither team shot the ball well in the third quarter, and is that a focus issue? Is that a tiredness issue right now? What is that? They've got to be able to step up.
Jacobs, corner, White, three, short. Puello tips the rebound to Hilton. Connor out in front. Smith trying to chase her down, but Connor.
They had nobody back on.
Jacobs, Martinez. That's a fun matchup, and Martinez wins out. Gilbert whips her way down the court to Puello, who lays it in.
Rebound and run, that is what Arizona wants to do, and they've done a really good job of that tonight. And that's where UTA, when they've missed shots, they've only got 4 offensive rebounds tonight, so they haven't been able to give themselves any second chance opportunities.
White, nice feed. Jacobs gets it in the foul. 0 for 2 from the line in the first half. Jacobs hits that. UT Arlington, they're going to make a run. They got to do it now. At 20 points with 6+ left.
This is the time.
Yeah, the odds are certainly against them. We're not trying to patronize you, but, really for this UTA team when it really counts.
Absolutely, and there's always going to be good film to watch, and that's why you challenge yourself against some of these, higher level conference teams. I'm not.
18 turnovers for UT Arlington. 18 turnovers.
Right.
Now, but that doesn't mean that Sharika Wright's going to look and say, "Oh, you know what, Arizona, we're just one of 11 for them."
Just to change schools, I think at times it just makes it difficult to build a program. I remember. I've been coaching a long time now. I've loved bringing in a freshman class and watching them grow together to build something.
Gilbert misses the free throw. How about this? In the men's game, I don't know. Let's take a recent draft pick. And she's going through it, but because the seasons, don't overlap, she can do this. How neat is that?
It's an incredible opportunity. One, for these young W players that may want to coach someday as well, to go on and coach, to get experience, because a lot of them don't understand the other side of it as high IQ and what to see now from a coaching viewpoint, like why coaches get mad sometimes or what they're seeing.
White. Corner. No, there's some cool videos, though, when Ivy was in the tournament of Mama watching and trying to balance, Notre Dame, their season doesn't end at the regular season. That's a program that is always playing in the postseason.
Right. No, that's been a fun story to follow, and that's how old I am, but I remember when Coach Neal had him, and he was just a young boy, and to watch him grow up and be the phenomenal player that he is now and have support of his mom, and he supports her right back.
Yeah.
is fun to watch.
Ivy having a nice rookie season. First year in the NBA. Lottery pick is Jacobs with the layup. Here's Godot. Inside of 3 minutes to go here in this one. I mentioned this for Arizona. They begin conference play on the 29th, 8 days from now, against Arizona State. And for UT Arlington, same thing. 8 days from now, on the road against Cal Baptist.
Afraid to get in there and be physical and mix it up, but neither is Cate Reese either. So.
No. Holiday gift, perhaps. I don't know what the final score is going to be. We have 2:16 left, but certainly be happy with it. You're trending towards holding Arizona below their per-game average. They average a little more than 83 points per game, and maybe that third quarter, the sloppiness on both sides was a little contagious, so maybe you kind of had a roll in it on both ends. But I guess you look at that, and maybe that's a positive.
Oh, for sure. And they forced Arizona well above their average of turnovers, and so their defense has been good, has been aggressive. They've just given them, honestly, if they could take back half.
17-5 is the offensive rebounding difference.
Right.
And then the second chance point.
It's been the difference of this ball game.
I don't like saying, well, if you just take that away, because that's a part of the game. It's not, but let's say you cut that in half. Pass dropped off to Jones, but intercepted by Gilbert. A little Euro step action. That was pretty.
It's a nice finish there.
Coach Wright called a timeout to make sure she'd get on the floor. Godot, the drive, no. Gets an offensive rebound. And there you go, second chance point. So Arizona is going to come away with the win. They take care of business both of their Metroplex games. They beat Baylor in Dallas on Sunday, and in Arlington they take down UT Arlington. Arizona improves to 10-1. The Mavs fall to 6-6. Conference play around the corner for both these squads. And when we come back, we'll wrap things up. 78-59 the final. Arizona the win.